Hey, as a humanitarian, I just want to give some free therapy. I don't even want you to waste your money on therapy over the people who are this self-inflicted, distraught state that you're in over the Carlee Russell case. I'm here to help you. So in advance, you're welcome. Let me just give you some insight here. Let's first and foremost start with what was said and what was not said. And let's start with his boyfriend angle. We don't know where she was when she was missing, and we don't know why she did this. You know why? Because it wasn't in any official statement that was released by Carlee or by the police, which means this boyfriend angle that this boy has now taken and used to make himself famous and up his followers by another 20,000 is a speculation that was started by, guess what I heard, in these streets of social media. But you ran with it. So let's just chill on that. And here's why we need to chill on that. It's because it doesn't matter. That her actions were trash. I don't care why she did, and I don't care where she was. I just wish that we would stop talking about her. And here's the reason for that. It's because this was done for clout. This was done for attention. And by us continuing to do follow-up news stories and updates and whatever on Carlee, we're giving her the attention that she wants. So hopefully we can stop this. I'm even adding to it by making this video, and that makes me sick. Let's move on to some other things, which is the big thing here. We're wondering what charges are going to be filed, if any. And let me tell you, my speculation is it's going to be one of two things. Either they are going to file some trumped up charges on her, or there are going to be none at all. Here is why. If there were any legitimate things that they could get her on and it not have any blowback on another community, a privileged community, they would have announced it in one of these multiple press conferences that they did. Let me explain what I'm talking about. First and foremost, this statement of using valuable resources. I want you to pay attention to how media programming works. You can find a dozen black YouTubers and so forth and so on. Go back and watch their Carlee Russell videos, and you will see that set of words being used almost verbatim in each and every one of those videos. And here's why. That's what media has programmed you to say. It's sitting in your subconscious. However, it's a farce. It's a fallacy. They didn't use any resources on Carlee. If they did, they wouldn't have to use that generic catch-all blanketed phrase. They would have been able to tell you what those resources were. They would have been able to give you a total and a tally. They couldn't do that. Here's why. The media has stretched out this story. However, this entire ordeal from time reported missing, time reported returned was 2 days. In 2 days, the only people that went looking for Carlee was those volunteers. Keyword volunteer. That means they didn't get paid for that. So the only resources that you can charge Carlee for would be if there was some sort of special SEAL dive team or something that was imported to Hoover, Alabama to come and do some sort of special search. If they had to fly in some sort of magnifying glass from Area 51 to whatever, it wasn't any. There was none. Watch this. You could even say, well, the police were working overtime, combing the area, but they didn't though, because this was an adult black female, and you don't go looking for them, which is the next part of your twisted thinking that I want to call out, honey. The notion that now anytime a black woman comes up missing, they're going to assume that it was a hoax. No, they're not. They're going to give it the same type of attention that they have in the past, which is none. Their reaction is going to be to continue to not care. Trust me, if the next black woman is reported missing and nobody goes to look for her, that's because that's the way it's always been. It has zero to do with Carlee Russell. How did you let the media trick you and program you into believing that and thinking that and saying that? Which is another thing. If you go back and watch these videos, that's going to be repeated almost verbatim. It's the darndest thing. You better be aware of this programming. Those police, if they are able to bring any charges at all, here's what's going to happen. They got their best underpaid secretary in her best Target work dress, sitting at her desk, fabricating an Excel spreadsheet of the overtime that people had to log or the Hubble telescope that was used in order to come and look for this black woman. It doesn't exist. It's a fabrication. If the charge is going to be about abusing the 911 system, watch this, watch this. The very next Apartment Amy, Barbecue Becky, or Central Park, whatever, Corner Store Caroline, all of these people, the very next time that that's done, that you call and you swear that you fear for your life or you're in danger, the very next time that that's done, I want to see you all get all up in arms. You better hope to God that they charge Carly, because I want to see you all have the same energy. The new Barbecue Becky then called and reported on black people, saying that she was scared for her life, and she wasn't, saying that they were doing something illegal and they weren't. I want you to give her the Carly Russell sentence. Now, let me be the media and let me program you for those words. You notice how that man didn't even, well, I hesitate to say right now what we could. They asked for, what could you possibly charge her for? And he smartly did not answer, because we were going to take that soundbite and say, well, I thought you said that we were going to finally start charging people for abusing the 911 system or making a false 911 call. You see, that's what the Karen Act was supposed to be about. And they have skirted around that and swept that under the rug and pushed that on off into the sea of forgetfulness, you see. So that's why it's highly unlikely that they're going to press any charges, because if they do, it's going to set a precedent that's actually going to hit white women more than any other demographic. Woo, look at God. I recorded this a couple of days ago and didn't post it. And now they just posted another update about what the charges would be. And thankfully, I don't have to make a whole new video eating my words, because if you notice, I was correct in this video. There were no resources used, so they can't charge her on that. But as far as these fake 911 calls, you better hope and pray that they charge Carly, because if they do, it sets precedent for us to enact this Karen Act nationwide. Go back and find my video with this image as the thumbnail, because there is a whole list of cases where white people have committed crimes and falsely accused black people, and the other Karen type cases.